Hi everyone, welcome to AIP Pathshala. I am Anu and today is day 4 in the Python series of programming. And today we are going to discuss about the type conversion, string formatting, and the input function. This is the agenda of our today's discussion. So let's all of you open your Jupyter notebook and we will start the session. Those of you who are watching the recorded session on YouTube or on some other channels, you can join our Telegram group via the Telegram link, which is posted in the description section of the video. And also you can download the IPYNB file from the Google Drive link that I will be sharing on the description in the description section of this video. So let's move ahead, and I am going to share you my screen. Let me share you my screen. And guys, I want this session to be very interactive. So don't hesitate to ask questions. You feel free to interrupt me in between the session and ask questions. I am happy to search for okay. This is happening. Okay. So see, in the last lecture, what we have discussed about the, are you guys able to see my screen fully?
Yes.
Fine. And is my audio clear to you, all of you?
Yes.
Fine. So during the last lecture, we have discussed about different type of data. So now we will be discussing how we can typecast. It is called typecasting. Typecasting. What is typecasting? Typecasting, or it is also called typecasting or type conversion. Type conversion. Conversion. So what this is called, typecasting means when we convert one type of data into another type of data, this is called typecasting. Converting one type of data into the another type of data is called typecasting. So we are going to understand this with the help of code. So all of you type along with me and take your output and see is it happening with you or not. So let's take one example. I'm taking a is equal to, let's say, 100. Is it fine? And now, if I call print a, and then if I check the type of a, print type of a, what I will get? I will get integer class of that. Now, if you can do float, float a, what will happen? Initially, the data type of this A is int class of data. It belongs to the integer class of data. Now, when you do float A, this A will convert into the float class of data. So I am doing this float A. Thereafter, if I am print type of A, let's see what I'm getting. I'm still getting. Why I'm getting this?
Because you are printing A, the float is different.
Yeah.
A is A is A is defined as 100,
Yes.
so it is yeah.
A is defined as 100. I have defined A is equal to 100. I am printing A, so I am getting 100 here. And now I am printing the type of A. So here I am getting integer,
Integer class.
integer class. Now what I am doing, I am converting the class of A. I am saying like float A or float 100, let's say float 100. So what I will get? I should get 100.00. Now it is happening. So initially the class of this data was, and now let's check. Initially, this A is having an integer class. Now I have converted this A, that means 100 is having the integer class. Now I have converted this by using the float before it, and it has converted itself into the floating kind of data because I am getting a decimal after 100. Do you understand this? Let's say if I am having some other data, 56.5657. So this is a floating point data. If you can check the type of the data, you will get floating point type of this. What you will get? You will get float value, float. Now I want to convert this into integer. So what I shall do? I will put int before it, and let's say 56.67. So now see, when I have converted this floating point data into integer class, it becomes integer class of data. 56. You can see. Same way, let's say let's take a value 45, and you know that 45 is an integer class of data. Now I want to convert this integer class of data into string data. So what I will do, I will put str before it and close it with a parenthesis. And now if I run it, I am getting this string data. Why this is the string data? Because now it is surrounded by a single quotation. You know that a string is surrounded by a single quotation. If you can check, even if you can check the type of this data, you will get the string class of data. Let's check the type of this data, typ type of this data. You will get string class of data, str. You are getting str because we have converted this into a string class of data. Now let's do one thing. Let's take this variable this, or let's take this variable mango. Let's take not this variable, let's take this thing. We know that this is the string class of data, and I want to convert this into integer class. So let's see what happens. I'm getting error. Name mango is not different. Now let's do one more thing. Let's put a single quotation or a double quotation before it. Now this becomes a string data. Now let's run it. What I am trying to tell you, that if you will take a string data, this is a string data, and if you want to convert this string data into some integer data, you will not be able to do that because this is not possible in Python. You cannot convert this string data into an integer data because there is no way of converting these characters into the integer. That's why I am getting an error, invalid return for int with base 10. This is not possible. So you have to remember this, that we cannot convert this thing. Same way, if we say int and if we put something like say in double quotation and let's take 2, 3 and then give some number, uh, give some letter. So you know this is a string class of data. If you check the class of this data, what you will get? You will get a string class of data. Let's check it first. TYPE. Let's check this. Let's check the class of this data. So
Means that we cannot convert a string data into an integer data.
yes, that's I am trying to convey you. So I have checked the class of data. This is string class of data. Now, if you try to convert this string class of data into int, what you are getting? You are getting an error, invalid literal for int with base 10. So you will not be able to convert this string class of data into the integer class of data. And if you want to convert the string data, integer data uh, into a string data, you can convert it, or even a floating point data. Let's take the floating point data. Let's take some value 87, and let's convert this data into a string data, str. Let's say, is it possible or not? So let's check it. Yes, it is possible. We have converted even the floating point data into string data. Are these things clear?
Yes.
Yes. So this is how we can convert one type of data into the another type of data. Also, since you have already understood what is list and dictionary and all those things, so let's take some few more examples. Let's say here is a variable a, and let's this is a list, and 1, 2, 3. Let's take some value 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a list. So what is the, if we can check the type of a, what I will get? I will get list, because this is a list class of data. Now, take one variable s and let's say set a. And let's print type of a. So what will happen? This a is a list. You know, I have got already class of this data is this. Now, I am taking one variable s and I have put this set before a. That means I'm converting the data of a into the set class of data. Earlier, this a was a list class of data. Now I am converting the class of a into the set class and storing this in some variable s. And I'm here I'm checking uh, the type of S. So let's say what I'm getting. I'm getting this set class. That means we can also convert the list class into the set class. Is it fine? Let's take one more example. This time, let's take one set. Mm, let's take S1. This is a set class of data. And can any one of you tell me what is how can we write the set? Symbol of writing the set? Just like in dictionary, we are using this square bracket in set. What we will be using?
This curly bracket.
Correct. Curly bracket. And let's take 10, 20, 30. Let's say I've used this. And now same thing I want to do it. Take print type of S1. What I shall get? I shall get set because it is set. And now I want to convert this into list. Let's say how you can convert this into list. What is the way to convert this into list? So you have converted here the list into this data, how into this set data, and now I am doing the vice versa. That means converting the set data into a list data. So let's take one more variable, L1. L1. Let's take one variable, and now I'm doing list of what S1, and let's print the type of L1, type of L1, and see, I'm getting the list. So first we have converted the set into list, then we have converted a list into set. First we have converted the list into set, then we have done the vice versa. That means we have converted the set into list. Fine. So this is how the typecasting works. That is, we are converting the one kind of data, one type of data into another. Fine. Also, there is one method, although we will discuss it later, but let's discuss here. If you want to convert any string data into a list, how this is possible? Let's take one string. Today is weekend, so take this string weekend. Oh, fine, yeah, Saturday. Today is Saturday, so take this list, and I'm putting this string Saturday in this, and let's run it. What I'm getting? I'm getting the list. So here, what is happening? It is every character is getting separated, and it is converted into list. And this list is a collection of SAURDAY. So hope you understand this.
Yes.
So now I'm moving to other section. Let's take one more example so that you will, as we move ahead, we will encounter different scenarios, and there we will keep on using the type conversion. I have given you the basic idea of the type conversion, how we do the type conversion, and
Can
let's take
tuple get converted into set?
you do it. You can do this. Take this as your assignment, and let's do it. And let's see what happened when you want to convert the tuple into some other kind of data. What will happen? Or may I show you? Let's take this. T1 is
Can
equal to,
can you once
let's
again
take
explain this 19?
90. Okay. See, what is this Saturday? Saturday is a string data. You know, na, this
Yes.
Saturday
Yeah.
is a string data. And I want to
Yes.
convert this into list. So what I have done, I have I put this list before Saturday and enclose this inside of parenthesis. This is how it works. And when I run this, I am getting the list. This is a list,
Okay.
square bracket. And what is happening? Every character of this string gets separated. I am getting S, A, T, U, and this till Y as a separate. And these are all part of a string. These are the elements of a string. So every character is getting separated and converted into the list of items. You understand this?
Yes. Yes.
Fine. So Ruchi was asking, what you are asking? You want to convert tuple into what? Into
Set.
list. Tuple into set.
No, not
So
into list. Into set. Into set.
into set. Into set. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
Comma
did it.
4,
It
comma
can be
6.
converted into set.
Huh? It can be converted. Fine. So let's run it and do set T1. What you will get? You will get this. And what is the difference between these two? Sorry, these two. What is the difference between these two? So here in the tuple, the items are repeated. 4 is coming 2 times, 8 is coming 2 times.
Yeah.
But since set is a collection of unique items
Unique.
or unique
Yeah.
elements, that's why what set has done,
Four
it
is
has
not
discarded
repeated
the
twice.
repeated value and only a unique value.
And
It has shown
8
only the
also not
unique.
repeated twice.
What?
4 and 8 both are not repeated.
Yes, 4 and 8 only I'm getting. So whatever confusion you are having in the programming, what you should do, you should check it and then see and then think why it is not happening. Most of the time, what you will get, you will see the error message that you will get. And by seeing the error, you will understand what this is, why this is happening. So, okay. So one more thing that I have not told you earlier. So now I'm telling you, see, whatever function is defined or whatever thing that is defined inside a Python, let's say this is the set. If you do the shift tab here, you have to press the shift and tab on your keyboard. What you will see, this kind of window will open. And if you do the plus here, you will see what this function, what this set is supposed to do is written inside this doc string is written inside this, what this is supposed to do and how you have to work with it. So what it is saying, self, comma, these things I have not yet explained you. So let's forget it. Set, new empty set object. This is a new empty set. Set iterable new set object, build an unordered collection of unique elements. It is a build an unordered collection of unique elements. So anything, let's say in list, just you have to put it inside the list and you have to do shift tab. Do it on your screen And let's tell me, is it same thing is happening on your side or not? See what it is written. Built-in mutable sequence. If no argument is given, the constructor creates a new empty list. The argument must be an iterable if specified. And these are other things that they have explained. Whatever thing we have studied, let's say I will keep on using this shift tab in the coming sessions also, so that you will understand. This is the print. Let's put it here and do shift tab. So what this is telling, prints the value to a string or
What
to
we need to do, shift plus
shift and
shift
tab.
F.
Shift and tab.
Okay, tab.
Shift and tab. You have to first press shift and then you have to press tab. Mr. Shankar,
Yes,
are you
yes.
getting this? Shift tab?
Shift,
Are you doing
shift
this?
tab. Yeah,
Yes. Are you getting the same
yeah, getting
thing? Fine.
shift tab.
Yes. So this is something new for you today that you have to learn. You have to keep using this in your coming sessions whenever you practice. So one more thing that I would like to explain you, that see, one thing is that concatenation, concatenation, nation. What this tells us? Concatenation tells us that you can join or you can add the two different, you cannot add two different kind of data. You can only add the data which are having the same data type. To join the two data type or to add the two data, there is one condition. The data type of both the data should be same. Let's say if I do 4 plus 6, what I will get? I will get 10, because 4 is a integer class of data and 6 is also an integer class of data. If I do 5 plus 6.78, then also we will get the same. Why we are getting the same thing here? Because here this is the integer class of data and this is a this is a floating class of data and this is the integer class of data. And here Python is, whenever this kind of thing happens, whenever this type of scenarios happen, then one is the integer class of data and other is the floating point of data. What Python is internally giving preference to the floating data. That's why the result that I am getting here is the floating data. And we are not, like I have just told you, to add a two type of data, we have the data type of both the data should be same. So Python is internally converting this integer data into a floating point data. After that, it is doing an addition. Whenever you do like this, Python understand this is a integer class of data and it internally by default converts this integer class into a floating point, and thereafter they are doing the addition operation. But let's say here is 1 plus this 1. O n is 1. You know, this is the integer data and this is the string data. If you want to plus this, you will get an error. Unsupported operand type for int and string. Why? Because 1 is the class of data of this is string and the class of data of this is integer. You cannot add an integer class of data to a string class of data. So what you need to do in this scenario? You need to convert both the data into Yes.
Same.
So
Right.
same. Either you have to convert this into string or you have to convert this into int. But you know from your previous knowledge, you cannot convert this string into a integer class of data. That's why you have to convert this into a string. So let's convert str1. You have to put this str1. And if you run now, you will get 1 ON. Do you understand this? Let's take 1 plus convert this 1. What you will get? You will get an error. Invalid return result. Because this string is unable to get converted into integer. That's why you are getting this error. So in this case, you have to convert this one into the string class. Thereafter, you can do the concatenation. So one more thing that I would like to discuss with you is, let's take mango, and this is the, let's take mango, and this is string, and let's take guava, or what fruits you like, Mr. Misra, apart from mango?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. So let's take pineapple. Let's take pineapple. Pineapple. So if you do the concatenation, what you will get? Mango here, and this pineapple comes just after mango ends. There is no space in it. Fine. If you want to, sorry. Okay. It's fine. So let's do it. Let's take this. If you want to put a space in between, so how you can do that? You can do this in two ways. First way is that, well, I adding these two string, mango and pineapple, you have to add one space in between them. So what I will do? I will do this. I will put one space between this. So what I have done? I have first put this mango. Thereafter plus one space. This is one space. Thereafter plus. Thereafter pineapple. Now if I run this code, I will get mango space pineapple. So I have added a space in between mango and pineapple. This is the first way of doing it. There's one more way of doing this. What is that? So let's remove this. Other way of doing this is like, either you should put one space here before this p, you have to put one space, and if you run this space, it is happening that mango is coming. Thereafter, it is starting from here only, but it is starting from this space before p. That's why I'm getting this space here. Either you can do this, or you can also do it like, after O, you have to put one space, and let's put it here. And now if you run this, you will get thing. This is very simple concept because we are going to use this concept. That's why I have explained you. So now I am going to use the same concept that I have explained you right now.
Can you explain once again line 27?
Line 27. Okay. Oh, line 27 actually This is this. Don't get confused.
Okay, okay.
Do you understand this?
Yeah, yeah.
No? Okay. So, are you ready to do this? Very simple kind of code. So, if you would guys would like to have some water, you can take. I'm just having a water. Ah. So, what I'm doing? So, I'm putting one code here. See, let me take my the concept that I have explained you just now. So, I've used that concept here. And here, student is this value. And I want to print AI ki Pathshala hash. After hash, I put one space here, and thereafter, comma, and I am putting this students. What is the value of this student? Student value is this. And after that, I have put this string. This string also has one space. And now I am running this code. So what is happening? AI ki Pathshala hash and space is getting printed. This. Thereafter, this student value is coming. Thereafter, this space plus number of students is coming. This space plus number of students is coming. The concept is same. What I have discussed in here. Would you guys have any issues in this?
No.
No? Okay. So there is one more way to do the same thing. Just now we have studied. What is that? One another way of doing the same thing is that instead of putting this comma, you can also put this plus sign here. This comma, you can remove this comma, and you can put this plus sign here. And now what you are doing, what you are concatenating this string plus student plus number of students. But student is the integer class of data, but these two data are the string class of data. Are you getting this? So what we will do, we will convert this student into string class so that the data class of all the three will remain same. And now if I run this code, if I run this piece of code, what I will get? I will get the same thing that I have. AIT Pathshala has this number of students. Hope this is clear to you. Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Am I get yes or no? Will you please? Ruchi,
Yes.
Mr. Bhag.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So,
One thing is that in the string
yes.
where we have put string in students, we have not put double quotation. Even if we put double quotation, the same thing is coming.
What? I'm not getting your point. Let me,
In
will
line
you please ask
34,
again? Line 34, okay,
second
okay,
STR,
okay.
parenthesis students. Students, we are not putting any double quotation.
Because student is a integer. You know, student has a value, this value, 10,000, and
Yeah,
it is a integer. That's why we are not putting a double quotation here, because we don't want, because it is a variable, na. A student
yeah,
is a
yeah.
variable and
Okay,
it has a value of 10,000, and we are converting this into a string.
right.
See, if you do this str student, what you will get? You are getting this value inside a single quotation. That means now it has converted into a string. Are you getting my point?
Right.
Earlier, this is an integer value. Here, student is a some integer value, and we have converted this into a string value. Why we have converted? Because we want to add this with these two string values. So I have explained you, we can do it in two ways. Either you can write it like this, or you can write it that. The choice is yours. Not depending upon the scenarios, case to case, you can use it as per our requirements. So let's take this code and let me explain you this code. Here I have taken two variables, number of cars, number of drivers, and I am printing this. This is one variable, this is one string, there are. Thereafter I am putting comma, then number of cars. That means this 10 will come here. Thereafter I am putting comma, cars available, but only. Then I am putting this variable, number of drivers, that means this value will come here. Thereafter comma, and this string. So if I run this, what I shall get? I shall get this. There are, after it, number of cars is 10. There are 10 cars available, but only cars available, but only. This number of driver is 5. So 5 drivers available to drive cars. Do you have any issue with till here? I think you should not have any issue till here. So let's now move to string format. String formatting. So let's write one simple code to understand this. I am printing print there are this hmm, And this, see, there are 100 people participating in dance, not party, party. This is party. So, okay. So what I'm trying to explain you here. See, what we are doing, we are putting this curly bracket here, and we are putting this curly bracket here. So, and thereafter, I'm doing this dot format dance button. Let me change my color to blue. So, dot format, 100 comes first, then dance. So what will happen when I run this code? This 100 will go to the first curly bracket that I have told, I have put, and this dance will go to the second curly bracket. This is the default. Likewise, let's say if we would have 5 number of these curly braces, that means we are, and we have to put the variable in a sequence. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. So that the first value will go to the first curly braces, second value will go to the second curly braces, and so on. This is how dot format works. This is, there are 2-3 more things in the string formatting. This is the first form of string formatting. You can also do string formatting like this. Do you guys understand this?
Yes.
Now, second form of string formatting is called F string. Called F string. F string. What is this F string? So let's take this code and understand this with the help of this. I have taken one variable, AIT Pathshala. This A has this string value, AIT Pathshala, and this B has this value, good. Now, after the print, I am putting this F, small f. Thereafter, whatever value I am getting, I am putting it inside a double quotation. Or you can also put it inside a single quotation. And whatever the variable that I have to put in between, whatever the variable, I will put that variable inside a curly braces. Inside a curly braces. I have to leave this space of the variable. And let's say I put A here and B here. So if I run this code, what will happen? The value of the variable A that I have defined outside this print statement, this value get assigned to, will come here, and this B value will come here. So if I run this, what I am getting? I am getting greetings from, here A is written. So AIT Pathshala, have a good day. So B has a value good. So good is coming. This is another way of string format. You can put as many as variables as it is possible. There is no limitation to it. And wherever, let's say if you do like this, let's say if you can, let's put it like, if I, instead of A, if I put B here and here A, what will happen? See, now the value of B is coming here. Now I am getting greeting from good, have a AIT Pathshala day. So wherever you will put this variable, the value of variable will get assigned to that. This is what I mean to say to you. Now let's do one more thing. Let's do this. Let's take this and let's remove this A. And now let's run your cake. What error is it? App string empty expression not allowed. Means you cannot leave this expression and empty. You have to give some value inside it. Now let's take one more thing. Now let's see one more thing. If in spite of putting any value, if you write like this, some value, let's take KITE, just for, and if you run this, again I am getting invalid syntax. If you remove this double quotation, let's say, and if you put this, something like this, let's say, what will happen? Again, you are getting the error. Why you are getting this error? Because whatever value is coming here is supposed to be some variable. And that variable needs to define before we will put it here. So it is taking this kite as a variable. And since we have not defined this variable outside it, that's why it is giving me error. So we are supposed to use only that variable which we have already defined it before. Hope this is clear to you. Let's take one more example. So what example is this? This example is this example goes like, it's like, take one f string, sorry, not f strings, this thing, thereafter comma, thereafter this thing, thereafter comma, thereafter this thing. And now I'm putting like first thing, first variable is I, then second one, third, two, fourth, fourth. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. If you run this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 should not come. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Valid syntax. I'm putting invalid syntax. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is fine. Then why I'm getting this error? Would you guys can find an error? Would you guys will able help me in finding the error? I got here. I'm missing this single quotation. So that's why I'm getting this. Now, if I run this, if I remove this comma, I will get. If I remove this comma, I will get. I want to. I want to for movie. I want to go. Okay. Let's put one more string here. Go. And now let's put one more this F5. And now let's run it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This reference. Why this is happening?
I think for you have written capitals.
No, no, that is not an issue. That is fine. One, two, one. Okay.
You haven't put comma in between
You
go
have,
and
you have
for.
missed a comma after go.
You have missed that.
Yes,
Go
yes,
and
yes, yes. That's why I'm getting this error. Fine. Now it's fine. Oh,
You have not given 5. Yeah.
yes. This 5 should come here. If I put this 5 here. Yes. So see what I'm trying to do. I put this 0, 1, this curly braces is there, and thereafter I dot format and I put this things. So this I, it is how it is working. It is working like this is the 0th index, 0th position. This is the first position. This is the second position. This is the third position. This is the fourth, and this is the fifth. So it is working the same way. This 0 is going here. This 1 is coming here. This 2 is coming here. This 3 is coming here. This 4 is coming here. This 5 is coming here. Are you able to understand? Now let's do one more thing. Let's take the same and let's change the place of the variable. Let's put 5 here and let's put 0 here. Let's put 3 here and let's put 2 here. So I have interchanged. And now let's see what happened. What has happened? See, still that I would like, still this is 0. Still this is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. So still this 5 is coming here. Still this 1 is coming here. Still this 3 is going there. 2 is coming here and 0 is coming here. And 4 is going. So this will remain fixed. The indexing of this will remain fixed. It will not change. Only whatever index value, wherever we will put the value of index, that value of this variable will go to that case. Do you guys get my point? Got my point?
Yes.
Ruchi, is it okay for you?
Yes, yes.
Fine. So we have covered this string thing. So one last thing that I would like to explain to you is the input function. Thereafter, we will wrap up this session for today. Will not. This is a very small thing, so that's why I would like to explain to you. Let's take input function. Input function. Input function. So what does input function do? Simply, input function is going to take the input from the user. Let's say I'm the user. So it is going to take the input from me, and so input function is going to take input. This is 1, 8, 3 around. Now, it's 5. So this input function is going to take input from the user. How it is and how it is going to take the input? So if I put input and I put something inside this, enter your name, enter your name, enter your name, name. So what this will do? This will ask me for a name. Let's run it. Enter your name. Now it is asking the user. You should enter your name. Let's say I am entering my name. No, and let's enter. And now it is giving the output. Let's put input and enter your enter. Let's enter your salary. Your salary. And let's run it. So it is asking me enter your salary. Let me give some value. Let's 1,000. And let's run it. What I am getting? I'm getting 4,000. So what input function does? It will ask the user to input a value and it will print it. Now we can also save the value in some way and print it like it. Here, input function, I can take this input. Let's put this inside of one variable name. Input your name. And then I want to print my name. Let's say what I want to print. I want to print your name is comma and this variable name. So if I run this, first it is asking me your name. I am writing my name as Anu. Let's say Jha. And if I enter this, then I am getting your name is Anuj. Why this is coming? Because in the print statement, I have put this string, your name is, so this string is coming here, your name is, thereafter this variable name, and this variable I have assigned a value what I have, the value that I have entered, matlab input, the value which I have given as an input, I have assigned that value inside this variable name, and I am using this same variable here. That's why this value Anuja is coming. So I'm giving you one problem, and I'm giving you maybe 2-3 minutes of time. You have to do it. It's a very simple problem, and you have to ping me your code. What you have to do, you have to add two numbers by giving an input from the user and printing its value. Question is, you have to add two number by taking input from the user and then printing its value. Its value. So this is your question. Have you guys understood the question?
Yes.
Those of you. So just
Yes.
start explaining. Those of you who are watching the recorded session, I request you to pause the video and give yourself few minutes of time and give it a try, and thereafter you will look for the solution. Time up, guys. Time up. So I'm going to explain you this thing. This is a very simple code. What actually I want to know whether, because I have maybe before I have explained you this thing. So I am expecting that you guys will not do this mistake, and Ruchi has done it correctly. So point is that let's take one variable. I have to take the input from the user. So let's take, I am taking the first input. Let's take A is my first input. Enter any value. Enter value. Enter first value. First value. And then take this second input. Enter second value. Second value. Value. Thereafter, what I have to do? I have to print A plus B. Mamaji, sorry, Mr. Misra.
Yes.
So, are you getting this?
But in this case, you will not be getting the sum because the integer, because you will getting a string value, I think.
Correct. I've intentionally asked you. See, the one thing that I need to explain you here is that
You have to put an
whatever
extra
value, yes,
sum. Yes.
in the input function,
You have to convert convert A and B
correct. I have to
into integer
convert
function.
this into int. Correct. That I was expecting from you guys, that you must. So let me first explain you this. Thereafter, I will explain you this code. For those of you who have not understood this, see, whatever value we are giving as an input function, input by default, what is happening? Input function by default returns us a string value, a string data. Input will always return string. So let's take an example so that it is clear to you. Let's take an example. F1, enter the, or take this thing, roll underscore number is one variable I am taking, and I am putting input your roll number. Enter your roll number. And let's print roll number, and let's print type of roll number. So when I will do this, first it is asking me to put a roll number. Let me put it like this, 321. And then when I enter it, it is giving me this roll number 321. Although this is the integer value, you can see it, but I am getting the type as a string. I am getting this type as a string class. Why this is happening? Because input function will always return you the string value. So what you have to do, you have to do a typecasting. Just now I have explained you sometime before. You have to do the typecasting to convert the string value into integer value or some other class of value. So here the same thing I am supposed to do. So what I am supposed to do, since A is a variable and it is taking the input from the user, first value, whatever value the user is going to give, it will be a string value, the data type of that value will be string. So we are converting it into integer, int. That's why we are putting int here, and also we are putting int here. And when this is converted into int, if we can, then it is adding. Otherwise, if we do not put int here, then we will see both the case. Let's take 10 here. It is asking for the second value. Let's take 30 here. If you enter, I am getting 40. And let's see what will happen if you do not put int here. If we do not put int here, then what will happen? It is asking for the first value 100, and then let's enter it. Let's put 50 here. Enter. I am getting this 150. Because this is also a string and this is also a string, and it is being a string concatenation. That's why 50 is coming next to it. Hope you guys understand typecasting and this problem. This is a very simple problem. I am just giving you just to understand this concept clearly. So, fine. We are going to end this session here, and you have to stay for a few minutes. And I hope you will practice this from the sheet, because I'm going to attach this sheet in the description section of the video, and keep on practicing, keep on revising, and all the best. So I'm now signing off. Thank you. Thanks for coming.